Can everyone hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you put something in the chat, maybe like a 1 or something, or yes? Okay, awesome. Hi. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen. Okay, there we go. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm like connected to my DJI camera, my like pocket gimbal camera. Okay, awesome. Hi. So let me share my screen so that I can show you guys this, let's see, show you guys this PowerPoint that I created, and we'll give everybody a couple seconds. Okay. How do I do this? Sorry, I haven't done the share screen on this. There we go. Okay. Are you guys seeing this? All right, awesome. Okay, perfect. All right, I think I have it ready now. So thank you guys so much for being here. Okay, perfect. Everyone said yes. Okay. I have been working on this presentation for a little bit. So I wanted to talk about the importance of the Instagram bio, because if you have really amazing content, but your bio isn't capturing the leads and it isn't discoverable, then you're kind of just posting into the void. So I wanted to start with the basics and get you guys an idea of how to create a good Instagram bio. So we're going to talk about SEO, and I'm going to just run through some of the ways that you can create a good bio, some of the things that the reasoning behind what I have as my bio, and then we'll do like a quick little pause for a minute, and you guys can actually do the activity, ask questions, and create your own bio. I'm also going to do like a very quick, brief Instagram audit of one of my friends. I don't know if she's on here yet. She's actually in Mexico right now, but we're going to just do a quick Instagram audit of her Instagram bio and then decide whether it's a good bio or not. And then we can kind of go through that together. So one of the cool things that just came out with Instagram is that it has SEO now. So that means it has search engine optimization, and it ranks on Google. So what this means is that in the past, in order to rank on Google, you had to have a website, you had to have a blog, you had to like punch out a bunch of content about your local area. And now you get to do it in a more fun way, in my opinion, using Instagram and things like local neighborhood guides, local restaurant recommendations, best beaches if you're in like the Tampa area or near a beach. So there's definitely a lot more opportunities now in order to be discovered, but you have to make sure that your profile is discoverable. So just to kind of give you a quick background, one of the biggest lead sources I have is Instagram, and a lot of people are relocating to Tampa. And right now, the average stat is around 7.5 million people that are moving between states every single year. So that doesn't even count between cities. So you really want to capture those people who are going on Google or going on Instagram and searching like things to do in Tampa, or like, should I move to Tampa? Should I move to your city? And that's why things like Instagram is so valuable in capturing the relocation people, because they are the ones that don't know a realtor in the area. So they're not relying on Sphere. They're relying on something that's online that you can target. All right. So this was kind of cool. I found out yesterday, I just did like a quick little search, and I searched mid-century modern house for sale in Tampa. And one of my videos ranked in the first page of Google. So I thought that was really neat, because basically if anyone goes to search, they will hopefully go and click on my video, and maybe they'll like the rest of my content. They'll see I do other house tours, other educational posts, and hopefully I will be able to convert them as a lead. And this is my Instagram bio. So we're going to dive deeper into what makes a good bio. Mine is a little bit different because I'm also trying to grow the Social Krew community. So mine is also targeting kind of people to go to that page too. But I just wanted to kind of give you a quick overview of mine. One of the most important things is the location. And the reason I wrote Tampa Realtor, St. Pete Realtor in those exact words is that that's what people go in and search online and search on Google or search on Instagram. So if you have Tampa or like St. Pete or your city written in your bio already, that's great. That's a great first step. But I would go ahead and add the words realtor in there or add the words real estate in there, because those are the ones that are going to be searched by a person. So we are going to dive right in. I have to like go to a different screen. Do you guys have any questions so far before we dive into the actual background of the bio? No? Okay. I don't know how to like turn the sound on to see if I have a question. So, all right. So this is the actual bio. So your bio is very limited. Like I want to write so many more things in my Instagram bio, but you're only limited to 150 characters. And that's honestly for the best, because we all have very short attention spans. So we want to create something that grabs people's attention. So line 1, we kind of touched base already, but that's probably the biggest mistake I see with realtors when I go to find a referral agent across the country. I go and search realtors in that city. And a lot of times I'll come across their content, but it doesn't say anywhere their location. It doesn't say it on their bio. It doesn't say it in their last 3 posts in the geotag. And so I move on because I don't have time to be like scrolling through your feed to see whether you're in the city that I'm looking for an agent. And that's the same thing with a client. So that's why line 1, like absolutely, in my opinion, has to be the location, because if you're not in the city that the person wants to be in, they're just going to move on. And if they can't figure out where you are, they're going to move on too. So in our area, there's a few big cities. So Tampa, St. Pete, Wesley Chapel, but I chose to focus on Tampa and St. Pete. So I just wrote down the 2. If you want to fill out 3 cities, you can. I wouldn't do more than 3, but kind of just pick the top 2 near you that you kind of want to focus on. And if you're in a smaller city, then just pick something within like driving distance of where you like to be. Because most times if people live in a small town, those moving there might be searching the big city and not your small town. So next one is something unique about you. So in my bio, I did have something about like an accolade I won. So I did get ranked in the top 200 realtors of Tampa last year. So I wrote that in there. But if you don't want to write about awards, you can do something unique. Like I also speak Russian. I used to have that in there. Maybe you used to be like a TV host. There's a girl here in Tampa, and she might be on here. She used to be a TV anchor, which is so cool. And you want to pick something that's unique, but also something that people can still find relatable or valuable. So maybe you were a teacher, so teachers might end up wanting to work with you, and they can also tell that you know how to explain things and you know how to educate. So pick something that's unique about you. And if you are in an area where there's a lot of transplants, like Florida is, then if you've lived here for forever, your whole life, born and raised, I would say something like that. But if you're in a neighborhood where basically everyone has grown up there and it's like a smaller town, then I wouldn't say that you grew up there and you're from there, because everybody basically is. So kind of just be mindful, and everything is particular to you. And then line 3, this is one that I think tricks up a lot of people. So you want to think back to the last 5 clients that you have served. So if you want to pursue maybe like luxury real estate or luxury developers, but your last 5 sales have been first-time buyers, then you should still write first-time buyers in your bio. Like it is much easier to work with the people that you've already worked with and you already know how they tick. And it's much easier to capture those kinds of leads on Instagram. Like everybody wants to do luxury, and eventually it will work for you. But if you want to get deals faster, if you want to get closings faster, then I would pay attention to who you want to service and who you've serviced recently. So Could be anything from like veterans or doctors. Maybe you are in the military, so you want to hone in on that. You want to hone on like PCS or anything like that, or first-time buyers. I remember I used to write millennials in my bio, and I had a couple clients reach out and they told me they wanted to touch base with me because I wrote millennial in my bio and they felt like that was a connection. So I would kind of just think back who you've sold to in the last five deals and kind of hone in on that for your the people that you serve. And then lastly, we are going to talk about the call to action. So it is very important to basically tell people to do something while they're on your page, because people will lurk for a long time. Most of my clients are lurkers and they never engage with my content, but I know that they're downloading my guides or I know that they're using my website, but I don't think they would be clicking on my link if A, I didn't have a link in my bio, and B, if I didn't tell them like what to download and what to do. So if you are focusing on relocation, people, I would definitely do some kind of relocation guide. If you're focusing on military, definitely some kind of military relocation guide, a home evaluation guide, how to prepare your house for sale, anything like that. I have a few other examples down here, maybe like a home shopping checklist. And I would create that freebie as a download and I would collect their email. So if you don't already have a CRM that does that for you, like send me a message or put a chat. MailChimp is a very cheap, I think it's free for the first maybe like 1,000 emails or something. So I would just kind of do something for free for now and then eventually create a more robust CRM. But you can get those downloads on Etsy. There's digital downloads. If you literally search like home shopping checklist or moving checklist or something like that, download it from Etsy, buy it, obviously, download it, and then tweak it and make it your own. And that's something that I would recommend doing if you don't want to create your own. It's a lot faster. They're usually already beautiful templates and you can just have it for life and tweak it as you go. So before we jump into my friend's Instagram audit, I wanted to pause for a moment if anybody has any questions. I see in the chat, does business account make a difference? That is a great question. So business accounts, I personally have a creator account, and I can dive deeper into this in another like webinar, but basically a creator account I like better because you can see your analytics. You can see who is watching your page. You can track when your views are down, when your views are up. You can also track like which location they're from. So it literally will tell you if your audience is mainly male, mainly female, which top cities they're coming from. It will also tell you their average ages. So it's really useful because you can kind of cater your content to that. And the creator one I like better too is because you can use more of the music. If you were to have a business account, you have to use like commercial music, and it's not as fun, in my opinion. What else do we have? Yes, definitely need a location if you want referrals. So even if you don't want even if you don't want clients coming from other states and you just want agent referrals, that's also so important. Like as an agent, I see a lot of I try to send clients to other agents that I personally find myself. And a lot of times they don't have the location written in there. So yeah, feel free. One other question. When did you see the major difference regarding getting clients from Instagram? Good question. So for me, I think with any kind of marketing strategy, usually within the first 90 days of being very consistent with the strategy and having like an actual strategic way of posting is when you'll start seeing results. So whether you're doing open houses strategically, cold calls, door knocking, or Instagram, which I prefer social media, then you will start seeing results within 90 days. But you have to be strategic about it. You have to stay consistent. And I promise you, so many people are watching you and you don't even realize, and they'll reach out when they're ready. Most of the clients that I get literally never comment on my page. Some of them even have like burner accounts that they never tell me their username even after. I've had 2 clients like that now where they still won't tell me what their Instagram ID is because they just use it to look people up and then they delete it. So definitely don't get discouraged if people aren't engaging with your content. They are still watching it. Is it recommended to have my website link part of bio? It depends. So I would recommend doing, so the way I have mine set up is a link to my website. And then in that website page, it has a list of links. So basically like a link tree. I just did it so people would go to my website personally instead of like a Stan Store or like Linktree itself. But I would recommend doing something that gives them a guide and that they can download. If you want to have a lot of different links, like I have a lot of different guides. So I have like a link tree. So Linktree is free. I think Stan Store you have to pay, but those are good options too. You got what % from Instagram clients? I get about 55% of my deals every year from Instagram. So last year I sold 31 houses just from Instagram. And it was about, I think like 15 million in volume just from Instagram. And I also get those people also now start referring me their friends too. So it does build momentum. Now all of my business is from past clients and over half is from Instagram. Before I built my business on open houses and Instagram. And then obviously eventually people start referring you. So I'm going to do this quick Instagram audit. Feel free to put more questions in there while I go over her audit, and then I'll touch base on those too. Oops, wrong page. So this is my friend. She's out in Atlanta. So I did like a very quick audit, just focusing in on the bio. So I kind of wanted to pick her because she has some really good things and then some things that I think she could tweak. So first line, awesome. I know immediately that she's a realtor in Atlanta and I know that she's a top producer. That makes me want to work with her, like if I'm moving to Atlanta. So that is great. I love all the use of emojis in hers too. I ran out of characters, so I can't have too many emojis. Airbnb investor, that's great too. So I will make a comment about that after I go through the rest. Master's degree in architecture. That is really cool. Like if I'm looking for a very unique home or I want a home with character or I just have a design eye, I would love working with her. Like she can point out things that I might not know, or like we can get along with each other if we fall in love with a certain kind of architecture. So I think that's a really great, unique value proposition that she has. And then she also has a couple other things, like she loves to travel, dogs, dancing, chocolate. So overall, like it's pretty good. Like she does have some really decent things. But I would say after looking at her content, I would take out the Airbnb investor line because all of her content is geared towards people who are looking for not Airbnb investments. It's all like house tours and very beautiful content, very like architecturally profound homes. So I think having the, having the fact that she has the Airbnb investment line, it would be great if she wanted to target just Airbnb investors. So I would probably take that out. And then the master's degree, I would definitely keep that. I think that's a great selling point. And then what she's missing is the link in bio. I would really encourage her to start getting that link in bio because she's probably letting some people slip through the cracks because people want something free. They want a freebie. They want to get some kind of download immediately in their inbox. And if they go to her page and they can't download it, subconsciously, I feel like they won't see as much value as if she had the freebie. So I definitely recommend her doing some kind of call to action to download a freebie and then having the link in bio. So she'll probably run out of characters and I would probably take out the traveling, dogs, dancing, and chocolate in lieu of the link in bio. But overall, like pretty good. If she has any other kind of like awards she's won, I would throw those in there. So now we'll do a quick pause. Feel free to put your questions in there. I'll answer questions. but I would recommend you going to your own bio and just quickly reading through what you guys are seeing there. If you're seeing all of these lines, and if you have room for more after you've already put all these things in there, then go ahead, like add some more things. And let me know in the comments what you guys are missing from your bios. If anything, if you have all of these, like let me know too, I'm curious. Let's see. Have you figured out how to guarantee referrals? Do you mean for like past clients? Oh, but that's not. How many stories and reels or posts do you suggest to post each day? So I do as much as you enjoy. I love Instagram. So I post probably like 5 to 10 stories a day. And yeah, so I would definitely do as many. Oh, sorry, I don't know what happened. Okay. So I would do as many posts as you can or stories as you can, probably like 5 to 10. And then I would also do for posts, I typically do about 3. So I do a morning post, I do a lunchtime post, and then I do an evening post, but I know that's a lot. So I would recommend at least 1 post a day, and then try to make them a reel if you can. Reels are definitely doing really well right now. And then try to make them carousel posts. So the ones where you have like 1 post, 2 posts, 3 posts, and then you like slide through. Those are the carousel posts. Those are doing well right now with music as well. Oh yeah, with past clients. Yeah, so I am not like I don't know if I can say like I'm guaranteed like a past client referral, but I do always try to stay in touch with them if they have social media, especially. That's another reason why I love social media. It's very easy to follow up with people. I always do a client appreciation event every single year. I just kind of stay in touch with them when I need to. Like last year when there were hurricanes, I followed up with everybody. I always wish everybody like a happy holiday season. I send everybody a card for the holidays. There's definitely like more stuff I could be doing, but I think as long as you stay in touch with them and just kind of periodically reach out, see if they need anybody, see if they need some kind of vendor recommendation, and just obviously like doing a really good job for them when you are working with them. Tampa new construction expert girl, I'm sharing this. Oh yeah, that's great. Let's see. Tampa realtor, perfect. New construction expert, that's perfect too. There's so much new construction here. Honestly, if you like new construction and you want to put like Wesley Chapel instead of Tampa, I would maybe consider that, or like Riverview, wherever you prefer. Girl mom, yeah, so cute. Sharing the best homes, events, and food in Tampa. Questions, let's chat. I would change the questions, let's chat to something more like more tactical. So more like, please download my guide, or sorry, free guide below, like download my home buyer guide or something like that. I would do it more of like a do something instead of like open-ended like that. Do you heavily use a CRM system? I use a CRM system, but it's like a weekly email. It's not anything crazy. I don't do like, I'm not in it like every day, all day. It has some flows like automatic drip. Like our company Reel has Lofty, which is a really good CRM. And it does an automatic drip. It has smart drips. You can customize them and things like that. So I kind of just have those. And then it also has like IDX, so people can search for homes right on there. Perfect. Awesome. So feel free to keep going with your questions. I am going to, oops, I keep going to the wrong page, sorry. So I wanted to jump and kind of talk a little bit more about this Social Krew membership that I'm launching today. So this is something that I've been working on for the past month, and actually over a month. And I've had some strategy calls with experts, how to create the best program that's more affordable than like other coaching programs, and where I can still help a lot of people. Because I went and asked like a bunch of people who've done coaching before, and they were paying like hundreds of dollars a month, thousands of dollars a month, and they felt like they weren't getting a lot things out of it. So I wanted to make mine different. And I also wanted to create like a community, accountability, support network through it as well. And it's really something that I wish I had when I was starting, because when I was starting, I knew I wanted to be a solo agent, but I was still like missing the support, because it can be a lonely business. And I was missing just kind of like masterminding with people who are successful. And I was also didn't want to join a team necessarily, because I didn't want to have a huge split. So I feel like I wanted something like this. Like I wish I had something like this. So I really think that you guys can close at least 10 deals from Instagram within the next year. And that would be my goal for this membership, is to teach you everything that I know and encourage you guys to get deals from Instagram, because I think cold calling and door knocking is very tough on the soul. I've done it. And I also think it's just not as efficient. This is like a free method, social media, where you can actually get quality clients that you like and enjoy working with. So I'm very passionate about it. And that last year I did about 31 deals just from Instagram. So I think all of you guys can definitely do at least like 10 deals from Instagram within a year. So I believe in you, and hopefully like this market will get better as well. So this program is going to have challenges, kind of like the social media challenge we had, accountability, coaching, mentorship, and it will be real support. It won't just be like info dumping. So the way I'm structuring it is it's going to be 3 coaching calls. So the first week will be a live coaching call, kind of like this. It'll be a little bit more in depth. You'll usually walk away with some kind of like template, something to do, something to actually implement what we're learning. And you'll have a Q&A after. So very similar to this, but just a little bit more in depth. The second week will be a hot seat coaching. So kind of like that Instagram audit I did earlier, we're going to do that as well. And it'll be recorded. All of these will be recorded and saved for the members. And the hot seat coaching, I will go more in depth to that than I did in the Instagram audit, and do like more actual strategic things that you should be doing. So everyone that signs up as a founding member will get an Instagram audit to record it, and you can like always reference it. And then the third week, I have lined up 3 guest speakers already, and they are going to be so amazing. So every month we'll have a guest coach, because at the end of the day, there's so many different strategies that I'm not doing myself, because I kind of have a honed in strategy. And I want to bring in some other experts too, in case you resonate a little bit better with a different kind of strategy and you want to tweak your content or you want to tweak your platform. So I have some really great guest speakers lined up that I am going to announce this week. They are from all over the country. They're very successful. They have a strategy that's tactical, and you can actually like basically copy it and do it yourself, and tweak it obviously for your own city and your own content. But it's tangible results that you can see. And then lastly, we're going to have private social media challenges. So kind of like what we did in the social crew with the social media challenge. That'll be the last thing, the social media challenge. And we'll have prizes there as well, and feedback, and it'll be geared as like an accountability thing. So basically everything that we learned that month, we'll try to implement in the social media challenge. So you're always supported. I kind of want to create something that you're encouraged to actually go and implement this stuff, because we all get busy and we all forget. And I think people really liked those social media challenges. And it's all going to be on this platform called Circle. So some of you might already be members, and you can kind of like get a little sneak peek, but there's also an app, and all the recordings will be saved. I have a list of resources on there already. I have a list of books I have really enjoyed reading that are on there as well. And there's going to be a chat section where you can chat with all of the members and hopefully develop relationships with realtors across the country for referrals. And there's also going to be the weekly events on there too. And it'll all be recorded and saved in that platform. So this is kind of just like a rundown of everything that will be in there. And founding members will get the Instagram audit. So like I said, it's going to be a lot more in depth than what we just did, and you'll get to save it with a recording. You'll also get a lifetime discount of $44 a month. and that will be forever, even like as prices change. And next month it'll go up to 77 for new members. But I feel like it's still something where if you get like a few deals out of it, which hopefully you'll get at least 10, it more than covers for the price. And hopefully you'll be getting some referrals out of it too. And then you also get to have input on coaching topics. So I want to keep it small for the founding members at first. So that way I can actually get more feedback immediately and adjust if I need to adjust any of the topics for the next few months. And I really want to like pour into you guys. So you'll always have access to me through this Circle platform. You can always ask me questions directly, and we can hopefully mastermind and balance ideas off of each other as we all grow together. So those are some of the benefits of being a founding member. And I am opening the doors just until 10/10. There's an angel number. I love angel numbers. So next Friday is when the founding member doors will close, because like I said, I want to keep it a little bit small for the first cohort. So if you guys want to join, or if you have any questions, then please DM me at the Social Krew, or if you have my number, feel free to text me to secure your spot. And feel free to ask me any questions about the membership, figure out if it's a good fit for you. If you do want to see kind of like the back end of Circle, then feel free to let me know, and I can maybe do like a quick little Zoom about the back end and post some videos about it. But yeah, thank you guys. And let me get back to see if you had any questions in the chat. Is there a monthly membership? Yeah, no contract. So it'll be monthly. If you guys end up deciding that it's not working for you anymore, obviously I would just ask that you let me know like if there's anything I can tweak to make it work for you better. And if not, then yeah, no monthly contracts. Why is my business page limiting my bio characters? I'm not sure what you mean there. There is a limit. It's about 150 characters, so maybe you just have too many things written. Do you suggest sharing your reels to your story every time? So it's hard because Instagram stories are very tricky. Usually I find when I share my reels to my story, my views go down on my Instagram stories. So I try not to share them every single reel like immediately. I usually try to do it like here and there. I'll share the reel once it already has some views. So, but I'm kind of still playing around with that because it's Instagram stories are fixing themselves. They used to be very weird about you not posting like too many stories in one day. Now they're getting better. We love Lofty. Yes, Lofty is awesome. Would that be one-on-one or in groups? So the membership will be in groups, but you can always message me privately. And if you want to have like a private conversation about what you're doing and things like that. So yeah, you'll definitely have one-on-one support if you would like it. You don't have to have it, but yeah, you would definitely have one-on-one support. Thank you. Awesome. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to DM me. And if you want to find out more about the membership, or if you have just questions about the Instagram bio workshop, just let me know. I will be doing more tips and tricks on the Social Krew page still. Like it's not just going to be the paid membership. So I'm still going to continue to posting content on there. So thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. It was really great. I'm really glad that you guys all came out. There's such a big turnout. There's 27 of you. That's awesome. 29. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you have a great Tuesday. I almost said Wednesday. Oh, yay. Thank you guys. Bye.